Growing up, I have 3 brothers. I'm right in the middle. So I was always like the little one, just trying to like survive through the day. And I'm very competitive naturally, so I wanted to fit in and like be tough. So I would always pick fights with them and lose because they're huge. So I guess that kind of brought the natural like fight out of me.
Because me and my brother were both kind of the same size, but we would always wrestle and grapple with each other. And my sister didn't want to be left out on her own, so she would kind of play with us. And she would sometimes at first we'd say, no, just the boys playing. But she's like, no, I'm playing too. So either we play with her or we don't play at all.
The fight was there. The want and the fire was in her soul. But unfortunately, the strength wasn't there. I mean, considering I'm almost twice her weight and size, but she did definitely catch us off our guard a few times. So I have to give it to her.
When I was little, yeah, I was scrappy when I was little. Actually, I remember in grade 6, there was like boys and girls team playing football. I would play football with the guys, and it just turned into fighting because you tackle, take them down. And then they're like, Isabelle, go fight this guy. So I start wrestling this guy. I take him down. Sure enough, football is banned. I'm in detention. It was just an opportunity to just like tackle each other. And I'm like, oh, damn, I'm in trouble. No more football.
When we were younger, we liked to watch WWE a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is
I would beg my mom to buy the satellite pay-per-view, like WrestleMania. And I was like really into it. I thought it was just so cool and entertaining.
Monday Night Raw and Sunday Night SmackDown, and we'd always get so excited. You'd see all the stars, get the fancy music and the fireworks in the show. You'd just rush.
I was a big John Cena fan, like for so long. John Cena forever. I like memorized his walkout song and I had all the merch. You can't see me. We went to London at the Budweiser Center and we watched WWE live. My mom took me on a date. It was so fun. I actually touched his arm, so I was like, oh man, I loved him.
She really got into it. She was in love with John Cena. So she would wrestle with the boys at a young age.
They always like to try to copy their moves, their finishers and all that. And our mom wouldn't like that. Stop playing in the house, don't wrestle on the couch, but try to imitate what we see on TV and have fun.
Till they got a little older, boys got a little stronger. She didn't get as strong as quick, she's a girl, not a boy. So that had to taper off because mom was screaming, you can only handle so much of that, But I think that they had a pretty good childhood growing up so close to, close in age. They played well together most times. But when it could become teenagers, they have different group of friends. So they all got their own life, their own agendas, their own schedules.
When I was 16 years old, I was looking for something positive in my life because 13, 14, 15 was really challenging. I was just making the wrong choices and just getting in with the wrong crowd at school, outside of school.
So she was just coming out of a terrible teen situation, kind of, sort of, and she had to change social groups. She had to change mindsets. She had to do a lot of changing. I left it up to her to decide what it was going to be, and then she stumbled across this mass Thai boxing gym. It was very expensive. Being a single mother, I didn't have a lot of resources, but made it happen.
On my 16th birthday, my mom actually bought me the membership. So I joined the Muay Thai classes just as a recreational member, and I just fell in love with it.
known Isabelle since she was about 16 years old. Isabelle was able to match the intensity level. She was able to work under the kind of pressure that was set. You know, there was a really high bar set for athletes in general, not to mention female athletes, because they were so few and far between at that time.
I was like naturally good is what a lot of people say, and I just like really loved it. And the team just took me in, and they just like took care of me. They invited me to do the competition team training like early on.
Okay, front rolls, back rolls if you know them.
6 months into training, I got offered to have my first fight. And then 9 months later, I won the North American Championship. So it was like crazy, it just snowballed right away. It just really made sense. And as soon as I hit 16 and started training Muay Thai, it was just, I never looked back, and my life changed forever.
I watched her grow from a recreational participant to amateur kickboxing champion, amateur Muay Thai champion. You know, I guess the highlight was 2014 when she led a full team of female fighters in Bangkok, Thailand, and she won the world championship.
She went to Thailand for a month during school, and obviously scared it was going to affect her academically, which it didn't. She made up for it. She did well, won the world title, you know.
You do that in Bangkok, you've kind of achieved the Stanley Cup of Muay Thai, and that's a pinnacle for most athletes. Around that time, she started to set some goals with MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think that's when I took more of a mentoring role.
He does the Muay Thai classes here, along with other high-level students that have been under him. It was a few years into my Muay Thai career already. And then I just had the offer to fight MMA, amateur in London, Ontario. I think it was like 2016. So I had a month to prepare. I learned my takedown defense really quickly, and I knew enough to get by with the fight and just like take what I know from Muay Thai, turn it into like MMA striking and grappling. And then I was like, wait a second, this is so fun.
I think that's when I realized that she had what it took to make it, not only in the fight game in general, but as a professional athlete.
Go! Finish it! Done!
She was durable. You know, a lot of athletes can come and they want to fight, but they can't take the day in and day out grind of what we do. So she was the type of athlete that could push her limits every day.
Day-to-day training is harder because men are naturally stronger, and a lot of times they're bigger than me, so I have to like train with a bigger partner and just kind of like face those obstacles. I find that it does make me a better person and a better athlete as well, because I'm training with somebody bigger and stronger than me at most times.
Isabelle has always been a very hardworking and motivated athlete and fighter. She's continued to work hard and continued to approach training from a humble perspective. You know, she's always recognizing that there's improvements to be made. She's continued to grow and build on her skills. So she's always getting better because she's always working hard and working towards improving as a fighter and as an athlete.
She's been my training partner for the past 8 years, and now I'm one of her main training partners for her MMA fight camps. And going through the MMA scene, she's a killer. I believe she has the well-rounded skills, not only just her fabulous Muay Thai, but her jiu-jitsu, her wrestling.
She always responded well to the game plan. So athlete by athlete, we would kind of set up a game plan for her to follow, and she would tailor her training, and not to the things that were fun and not to the things that were easy, but the things that she needed to do to be successful against each one of the opponents along her journey.
I've seen her get up at 5 a.m. I've seen her sometimes around the city running, jogging. Sometimes I see her at one of the local gyms we go to, lifting weights.
And she's never complacent or satisfied with what she has done or where she is. She's always looking to push forward, and that's what's carried her, and that's what's going to continue to carry her to the next level.
She's got a very heavy support network. She's very fortunate to have the network that she has. And I think that the relationship with Anton makes it ideal. They're both very driven in the same direction.
I'm very lucky to have a supportive partner who also competes. So we just get it, you know, if I'm like competing and he's not competing at the time, he's supportive in the way where like he'll let me sleep in and get my rest, help me with my meals, and I do the same for him.
Isabelle obviously is chasing a dream to be the best fighter that she can be, and that's a full-time job in itself. And you know, I'm sure most people in her position would put that first and everything else would come second. But Isabelle is able to pursue that dream and put as much work as she does into it while also putting her family first. That's the one thing that is so amazing about her, is that I never feel like my daughter and myself are second to her journey as a fighter.
Being a mom is challenging because I give this my 110%. So when I go home, I'm exhausted. So I have to do my best to make sure I'm giving some to my daughter and my husband as well, right? So it's challenging.
She's the most selfless wife and mother that I could ever ask for. She's so supportive of my dreams and my aspirations and my goals, and she's just the most giving and loving mother I could ever ask for.
Isabelle's a great mother. I think she balances professional fighting and being a mother very well. You know, even sometimes she brings Nadia here, and you can see that Nadia is just full of love for her. She's always there for her.
I knew she was going to be a good mom just because she's got that passion in her. Not everybody's got the same level of passion. It's evident on her, you know, and she's an amazing mom.
One more, okay?
You want more?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to daycare, baby.
Me and Anton, like, we love each other, like, to the core. But one thing that I did notice when I was like, after having Nadia and like being at home, and it's like my inner child got like so sad because I never had that where like my two parents loved each other, but she has that. So like my inner child would like hurt a bit.
Oh.
Is it gonna hurt?
I think part of being a mom and being a parent is just like trying to do better for your kid, and like I know that we are doing better.
Well, I understand what she's going through, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I understand. So I just try to support her in the ways that I would like to be supported. You know, I try to just be whatever I can be for her. So I just trust her to ask of me whatever she needs. And I just try to do it and just be as supportive for her as I possibly can.
Nadia likes food.
Maybe that was a reason why I was like being defiant and like making like negative choices in my like later teen years. But I was getting love on both ends, so I never took it personally, like, because I just knew that it just wasn't meant to be for them anymore. But yeah, I love my dad. I love him. I love them both. That like forced me to be a better mom, right? It's about like being a better parent and a better person, building that legacy, you know? Like I want her to grow up with like a loving duo at home. Not everybody has that. And like now that she has that, it's like, like this feels so nice. Like when we're at home, like it's love, like, you know?
You don't have too much in the tummy for you to be sick.
There's this quote, it's like, you can't be courageous without the presence of fear. So before competition, I feel so much emotion. I feel happy, nervous, excited, anxious, scared, confident, like it's all present at once. But if I'm nervous, it means that you're doing the right thing, that you care about this, and I know you're gonna do a good job because you're gonna give it your best.
The roof's about to blow off. Isabelle Lacroix is on a potential rocket ship at 105. She has
I'm like
all
going
the
to
tools
war.
we
Like this
saw.
person across the cage is coming to fight me. And it's like a very war mentality. Like, I'm going to war and I'm going in there to kill you. So I need to respect that you're approaching me with the same.
There, she's staying low. That's not what you want to. Sure. Nice counter hook by Prele.
Walking Amanda Lovato down, spinning back fist
I
attempt.
think everybody has good days and bad days. And there's this saying in the gyms, they say, some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail. And there are days where I feel like I'm the nail and I'm just getting beat up and beat up. I did this fight with Amanda 6 weeks after my pro debut. With Kara Veslovsky, like, I had injuries that weren't healed from the training camp, and then I just went back in with Amanda. It was a hard camp, and I was like burnt out beyond burnt out. And that walking into that cage, I remember feeling like so tired, but it was just like fatigued.
In a sense, it was a guy's world. It was very much. No longer, granted, no problem. It's just that it's my only girl. It's very difficult to watch your child get punched in the face, kicked in the face, hurt, touched, just touched, you know?
My teammates would tell me that she would cry every time, cried, because it was just scary. It was hard for her to watch me.
Oh yes, I'm petrified. I'm nearly gonna have a stroke every time I watch now. I can't breathe, I can't catch my breath.
It's fair. It's your kid, right? You don't want to see your kid get hurt on TV or have an injury, because it can happen.
And Isabelle's going to turn Amanda Lovato right back into the cage. This fight moving forward.
My dad has a hard time with it. At the shows, he's tense and he's stressed, but he's proud of me.
When it comes to the pro stuff, he's actually attended more than I have. I don't think I can see myself. I couldn't handle it.
But they do support me, even though it is hard for them to see me go out there and get hit, but come out victorious anyways. It's still hard.
And now Isabelle's able to slide her way out. She beat the right arm that time. Now armbar again.
I prepared myself for this. Like, why wasn't I just like more explosive? So I really had to just dig deep for that camp.
23 seconds still on the clock, and Isabelle Lacroix is in a dangerous spot.
And I was like, listen, like, suck it up, like, toughen up, like, this is happening. You're gonna go out there, you're gonna fight this girl, like, you're just gonna fight and do your best. And I pulled myself out of it in order to perform and win.
10 seconds to go. She had to give it up.
She had to give it up.
Isabelle Lacroix may be looking for an arm lock.
On the plata.
Amanda will roll through. Wow, what a finish.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all my children. No matter whatever choices they make, is if they're happy and they're doing and they're giving it their best, absolutely. Absolutely. I support her.
For your winner by unanimous decision, in the red corner, Isabelle Lacroix!
She deserves to be where she is right now. And she deserves to have all the success.
I'm very proud of her for all that and how where she started to where she is now. There's nowhere to go but up. So I'm very proud of her.
I can't state enough how proud I am of what she's accomplished and what I know she's going to accomplish, because I do know what she juggles. I do know how much she has going on in her life and how much she carries on her shoulders. And despite being able to do all that, she still continues to accomplish her dreams and her goals and to succeed.
Very proud of her, you know. She has the potential to take it as far as she wants, right? They don't have a 105 division in the UFC, but one championship is bigger internationally and bigger worldwide than the UFC, and I definitely think that's the end game for her.
I have this like vision of like who I want to be, and like I draw from that. George St. Pierre was a really good person. Like outside of the cage, like he's a genuine person. He never started drama, and he gave back to his community, and he was a well-rounded athlete. So when I look at him, I think like I want to be like the female George St. Pierre. It's scary going into competition, but I want to live a good life that gives me purpose, and I want to leave like ripple effects even in my community. Like I try to inspire people to make better choices in their lives, because your potential is endless. And I want to create this like legacy, this like name for myself and this name for my family. Camp being exhausted, because this is a good story.
Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my